All right, the next thing I got to do on the pig Dominium, I told you before, I'm going to raise it. Okay, I'm raising it up 3 feet. So I'm starting to cut all my studs at 33 inches because the bottom plate is 1.5, the top is 1.5. So it's going to be 3 feet total. I'm raising this wall. So I'm getting all my studs cut up, and then we'll start putting it together and go from here. I have got, these boards are from when they built our house, forming out different areas, different things, and they got concrete on it. So and I got an old saw blade on it, and we're going to use up this wood. I've got, that's right there. I don't know what the length of that is, but I've got 8 of those that I can use up for now. All right, I believe I got most of my boards cut. Those will be my verticals on the lower frame. Those are just scrap that I may need for whatever. I just stacked them there. Those 3 are just over 6 foot long. I know I'm going to need to cut them. Same as that other board right there. These are the top plates. I know that one there is, it's marked at like 10.4, and I don't need that. I need 9 something. I just did a basic cut to get all this down and ready. And when I start building it, I'll need to get more precise on the size of you know, what I need to make these lower walls at. Right now is a quick cut. These are going to be the right ones right here. All that won't be touched. Those will be the ones that we'll be cutting to get the wall exactly where we need to be. Alrighty guys, this is what I started. I just got home from Florida. Remember, I had all those boards cut over there. Now we're starting the framing of Sophie's pin. And we're going to raise up what she has, and we're going to set it down on top of this. There's the south wall. There's the north wall. That is the west wall. That all has to be built. I left it there so you can kind of see. This wall will eventually come on over here. Let's see. It's going to set kind of like that. My garage here is not level, so no, there you go. Everything lines up good. That will lock together. I'll have those screws screwing in there. That will get screwed straight down. But Sophie's home that she has now, the door's a lot wider. And to me, the wider that the opening was, and when it comes wintertime, she get cold, I wanted to close that up a little bit. And this is plenty wide for her to go through. The same thing's going to happen over here. You see how I've got this tying this together? I've got another board that's laying right there. I'm fixing to build this wall. That board will lay on top of here, in on top of there, with those, you know, wall studs right through here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this wall built. We're going to get it pre-screwed together. So when we're there, everything just drops in perfect. When we have this thing up in the air and we can set it right on back down. My goal is to be able to walk through the front door standing. May have to duck just a little, but able to get in here. So when we have more piglets, she's in here with them, that if we needed help, like this past time, her room was, this is only 3 foot wider. It looks bigger, but it's really not much bigger. It's 3 foot wider. Her head was there and against that wall. Excuse me. And she would have never have had room to where she's laying, had the piglets. She'd be forcing them out up against that wall. So I wanted to give her plenty of room for us to be in here also. So that's what's going on. We've got that. I'm going to find, I believe I've got concrete anchors. So I definitely be putting a concrete anchor here because there's no support from there to there. And probably put a concrete anchor there. I think I've got several, and I'll probably stick 1 or 2 wherever I can. Use up what I've got. All right, guys, as you can see, I've got this back wall built. You can see how I've got the cut-in open. This will slip on top of this. Same thing with back here. This will pick up, put on there. Also, I've got 3 screws all the way down. When that gets together, it will screw together this way. That stands for that joint also, and that joint. Oh, I got to put 1 more screw there, but we're good. But it will just slide. Let me put this thing down. Pick this up a bit. All right. Now I did have this together a minute ago. Make sure everything did line up. I had my square, all those corners are square. Everything looks good, a good set. Now what I'll do is I'll probably go ahead and get some holes pre-drilled real quick for these. That down there, and for that. And because I'll have to screw these together when I raise up the coop. I'm not the coop, but the pig pen. Next thing, we've got the opening over here. I can't remember what that opening's supposed to be. 2 foot, 2.5 foot? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, yeah, opening's 29 inches. 2 foot, 5 inches. So that's plenty wide for her to go on in. This whole area is a lot bigger for her. It's only really 3 more feet bigger. All right, guys, first things first. I went into town and I got some exterior siding for this. Second thing, you're seeing all these long old boards. Okay, here's the deal. I put together one set right here. Let me kind of explain. The Sophie's pig Dominium has to sit on top of this whole thing, okay? The whole thing. So what I've got to do is you got to find a way that it's not going to tip over or fall around or whatever. Okay, I've come up with an idea that I think may work. And what I've done is, I know there's another thing I'm going to have to do, but what I've done was I notched this board. Okay, I went out back and I went and measured every spot where I know that these boards are going to go. So I come up with different sizes. These 3 are one size, just different sizes, so they fit in the spot. Now, like I said, the coop is going to sit in here, okay? I have to find a way so it doesn't fall side to side, back to back. What I've come up with was by taking these boards, these are all fir boards I had laying out back, and I notched that top rail. This is screwed to this. These will come back down here, so it makes everything tight again. I've got that screw right there. I've got another screw here, which will squeeze and put this all together. Now, I have got, what do I have here? I got like 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them I got to do. But here's the next thing I got to do now also. I've got to figure out how thick those boards are that's out back. And then I'm going to have to rip this so these boards will slide in there. Or may not have to rip it, but maybe don't put that in so far. And just, you know, when you set it in here, the siding outside, okay, on the old pig Dominium, and it's because this will hit it. Maybe just not put that board all the way in, so I don't have to rip each one of these a notch. That may be a way to go right there. And then screw these all in. This board, these boards here will not be in when I lower the pig Dominium in. Pig Dominium's going to fall on top, then I'm going to slide all these boards in to secure it all together, if that makes sense. Alrighty guys, there you go. This is kind of what I come up with. None of these are sitting exactly where they need to be. They never will until a coop is sitting on here. And then I can take these, like I said, these are just sitting right now. I don't have them really attached. They're just sitting there, but all the screws on every legs are set, ready to go. Everything is. So right now, all this is looking good. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and leave all this stuff together like this. I'll pull it tight together because then I got to get the sheeting on and get that done. That will really secure everything the way we need it to be. And yeah, so it looks pretty good. All right, guys, we got it all screwed together. The only thing I got to do is the very bottom all the way around, so I don't have to bend over my knees and lay there, whatever. I'll flip it up and do that later. But there you go. Everything is pretty much done. I used as much pieces where I could. But I want to show you something. Now, all of these poles you see it's up high are going to come out. They are not attached in any way. But I did want to show you, now that this is all together, you get a better look what's going to happen. Here's the notch. This will go under here. This is once the coop, the Dominium is in place on this. That stud's hanging down a little bit. Anyway, it does slide in there. This will all get screwed together. We'll figure out what the gap needs to be back here, because the Dominium has a siding already. I think it's 1 inch. So we'll just see what we've got. But that's how it goes. It's going to screw together here. You can see screws down there and over here, where everything gets tied together. Every one of them is set to go. We've got screws everywhere. You can see where I spliced boards together. Hey, I didn't want to tear up another sheet. Did the same thing right there. But as you can see, all these are fully movable right now. I just shake them and they come on out. They're tight. But that's it. Hopefully you kind of understand what it's going to be. And next move is I am going to stain all this here. Don't want to leave it red, the normal stuff. That dark stain I've got like 5 gallons of that stuff. And I need to use it up before it goes bad. So all the sheeting will get that stain. It kind of resembles what's going on out there. I didn't want to leave the wood bare. But anyway, okay, let me get all these main boards off. And then we'll just go from here, guys. All right, I'll bring this all outside and I'll show you what's going on later. I brought out all these the sidings and everything, the lower section. And as I brought them out, I stained them. I had some stain. And it's actually the same, almost kind of close to what this looks like. By the time they get dirty, it'll look about the same. Here's all my vertical boards that you've seen sticking up. And there's the numbers right there. 8, here's a 7, 3, 1, 2. And here is Happy. What are you doing? Here's these boards. There's that 1, there's 2, there's an 8, there's a 6, there's a 3. So, as I said, they're all numbered, so I know exactly which one of them will slide into this spot. All right, let's say hi to Happy real quick. Hi, Happy. You're always around with me, huh? Don't fall. Yeah, I know. Don't fall. All right, guys, now I'm done with part 2. Next thing is we got to start figuring out how we're going to raise this up. Stay tuned for that. Y'all have a great day.